my papers. All right. So let's just kind of hop right into this one. The first news thing I kind of did was the Black Series figures for Hasbro. I think I'm going to name this segment like Galactic Net and just kind of go from there. Hopefully you guys kind of enjoy it. But let's dive into my first few things. I know these are a little old, but let's take a look at Ezra from season 2 of Ashoka. I really like his hair. It really looks a lot better than what they did when they gave him like the buzz cut in season 4 of Rebels. I like how his jacket is blue to kind of mirror the like his lightsaber. In a way, that's what I'm kind of picking up on it, is because he went from green to a blue lightsaber at the end of Ashoka season 1. And if these are any spoilers, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Season 1's been out for a while, and these are on the internet, so I mean they're everywhere. But I also love how they gave him the 2 scars on his cheek, like how he has in the animated show. Couldn't really see him that well in the first season of Ahsoka because he had his beard and stuff from living on that planet. I dig it. I mean, it looks very similar to this one right here when he was younger. I mean, you just kind of go back and it's very similar. I like it. So now we'll be moving on to my next deal, which is Roy McCain taking over for Ray Stevenson as Baylan Skoll, since, you know, the late Ray Stevenson passed away. I think he passed away right as they were finishing season 1 of Ahsoka, if I remember correctly. It was right around there. Most of you guys know Roy McCain as the Hound from Game of Thrones. He's also the Yarp guy from Hot Fuzz. He just kind of stood behind the manager of, I think, that grocery store and just went Yarp, Yarp. He was pretty funny in that. That's about the only other thing I really know off the top of my head that he's in. I'm looking forward to seeing him. There's the image of him in Hot Fuzz, just kind of a reference. He's the, you know, bald guy in the background. But I loved him in that movie. I mean, I didn't know who he'd eventually become in movies and stuff, but that was funny, you know, as a kid watching that. But just kind of showing him off. Yeah, and then what's another? Hayden Christensen is coming back to reprise his role as Anakin Skywalker. I'm either assuming as a Force ghost or possible Clone Wars flashbacks, or maybe even something more on the planet they're on, since they kind of, you know, at the end they showed the, you know, the father and the brother and the sister statues, which I think 2 of them were damaged, if I remember right. Don't exactly remember off the top of my head, but I remember Baylan and Shen Hati were standing on the father's, I want to say his arm or his shoulder. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. More Hayden Christensen, as always. I love it. I hope he gets more roles in the future other than just Star Wars. And now we're gonna jump into my next deal. Admiral Akbar. I guess announced by Dave Filoni at Japan, was it the Japan Star Wars Expo, that Admiral Akbar would have a pretty decent role in season 2 of Ahsoka. He'd be going up against Grand Admiral Thrawn. You know, Admiral versus Admiral kind of thing, which I'm looking forward to, because I really feel like he was underused in the sequel trilogy, and of course the original trilogy he's just known for it's a trap, which, you know, is just a funny little meme that, you know, in this scene right here, when, you know, they find out it's a trap. I mean, there's not much to really say on that. I do like him in Legends though. I'm reading the was it the Thrawn trilogy, the Heir to the Empire, Dark Forces Rising, and the Final Command, or just Final Command. I'm on book 2, Dark Forces Rising, where they just kind of arrested Admiral Akbar and kind of put him under like a house arrest. And I like that he's, you know, on the council as like the defense admiral of the whole New Republic kind of thing. I like characters like this that get more spotlight than what they did in the original movies or the prequels. You know, I definitely like the Legends books more than the sequel canon storyline. So that's something I'm going to be diving into and reading more of. Yeah, I definitely enjoy Admiral Akbar. You know, it's my favorite thing when playing a game, you know, and you get caught in a trap. That's the first thing that pops into my head always. It's a trap. So that's something I'm looking forward to in a season 2 of Ashoka. I think that's gonna be pretty awesome. And the final thing I want to talk to you guys about, I know I'm late on it like everything else, but I'm trying to ease into this and learn how to kind of do this. Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord. Not really a whole lot known about it, other than it takes place right after season 7 of the Clone Wars. I want to say it's probably a few months to maybe a year after the Clone Wars. I would say give them kind of time to kind of die down, and the Empire's doing their rise to power and stuff. There's not really a whole lot known about it. There was I guess a trailer shown at Japan. Was it Japan Expo? Let's say no. Yeah, Japan showing for the 20th anniversary of Lucasfilm Animations. And I guess in the trailer they kind of show Maul coming out of his ship, and it looks like he's teamed up with what's her name, Brooke Cast, who's like a Mandalorian, a female Mandalorian that was on his side in the war. I guess in the trailer he ends up fighting the first brother and a Jedi. Varuk, I guess is the name of the Jedi. I'm just going off of the leaks and stuff. And there's a alleged rumor that he's going to have a red Twi'lek apprentice, which most of us know his apprentice was Darth Talon. So I'm going to go with that. That's what she's going to be called in the show. But we won't know more until we get an actual trailer when they release names and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that. It'll debut on Disney Plus in 2026. Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. There's a trailer that's leaked online. You can try to find it. I'm not gonna leave a link to it just in case it gets me like some kind of strike or something, because I know some people, they had to like cut the audio and talk over the trailer to like not get a copyright strike. But I'm not gonna risk it and then, you know, have a link to it. I'm sure you guys can type in, you know, Maul Shadow Lords trailer and kind of find it out on the internet and everything. So I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, that's all I really have for this particular video, you know, of news. Let me know if you guys enjoy the name Galactic Net. It was something a buddy of mine kind of came up with. We kind of came up with it together. I want to do more of these, and I want to do you know, more figures, and maybe branch off a little bit about Star Wars, and maybe do some other type of like news. I don't want real world news and politics and all that stupid shit. I just like, you know, Star Wars and, you know, stuff like that. So I want to kind of keep it fun and enjoyable and kind of, you know, pull you out of the real world for a little bit and have a good time. So yeah, this is where I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informational words. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You learned something from it. Sorry I'm late on it. I know it's probably, most of this has been out there for a few months, but I just kind of dipping my toes in the water and seeing how I do with this and kind of going from there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, but I will catch you guys in the next video. Remember to force smash that subscribe button, choke the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next set of videos. May the force be with you. Peace.